We're going to the now they can hear us. Now it's the transition.
They can hear us.
Yeah, I've got to be quick on the draw though, because I got to cut over to Zoom streams. Folks, one of us is sick today. One of us is sick as a dog.
Sick
as an F dog.
Sick as an F dog.
Sick as an F dog.
Sick as an F dog.
We don't even
know what that is.
I can't drop F bombs, but I can drop.
We can drop F dogs.
F dogs. I'm dropping F dogs today. So the game of the day is who is sick?
Who is sick? Because that's right. One of us is sick. The other is not. But because one of us is sick, we are not able to get together and stream for you folks tangibly together.
And we're not talking about psychologically sick. I know there's a bunch of jokers in the back of the classroom thinking, well, you're both sick. Goodness. Well, Hardy, right. F-Dog, and Har.
I like this F-Dog bit.
Yeah, it's pretty fun. From now on, I'm going to drop hella F-Dogs for the first 2 minutes of the stream.
Oh, my. F-Dog it up, bro.
F-Dog it up.
It's going to be a goddamn
I'm not trying to...
puppy mill in there.
It's going to be an F-pup mill.
Folks, this is the Brew. I'm Jeff. This is Tyler. We are a band that is also a game show.
That happens to be a podcast!
And we're trying to bring a little bit of our life into your world.
Our spood... Well, that's...
Don't say that to them.
Is it cum? Is
yes! Cum? Oh my god, folks, that is not accurate what he just said.
Our juice...
That is it. I in no way, shape, or form want you folks to think.
Can I for a second be real with you guys, though? I kind of forgot that spooge was cum for a second. And then I realized honestly, as I was saying it, I was like, I'm talking about...
I think it's splooge. To be totally fair to you.
Okay.
To be completely fair to you, I think it's splooge.
Okay, so then what is spooge?
It's just spooge. I don't even think spooge exists. If I can be 1,000% fair to you,
it does now.
I'm looking it up right now.
First 2 minutes.
It does now.
F dogs and spooge.
F dogs and spooge. That's the new Brotherwife promise. Oh no! Spooge is semen.
It's semen. Okay, and then splooge is also probably just another way.
Splooge is actually the cousin of semen. It's a derivative.
It's F dog semen.
Oh, it's F dog semen. God damn it. Oh no, I see. Okay, so to splooge is to ejaculate.
Oh.
So you splooge.
You splooge spooge.
Now, if you're watching this, I'm so sorry.
I want to take a moment and just honestly, deeply apologize as well.
I want to get here with anybody, but
this is not what we represent.
Thank you, thank you, Tyler, for. Oh my gosh! All right, good God. All right, how have you been? How have you been doing?
Oh man, I feel great. I'm feeling top of the world. I basically have been running and gunning on life. I feel like I may actually be Zeus's firstborn son. In other news, Zeus's firstborn son found in a sleepy town across the Puget Sound from Seattle, a little sleepy town called Paulsbo. Zeus's firstborn son was found, and he is fucking flying high as a kite. Sorry, he's F-dogging high as a kite.
All right. That was... All right, so you're doing good.
I'm doing good. How are you doing, Jeff?
Good. I'm doing wonderful. I'm also Zeus's son, so this is a little bit awkward.
Okay.
Because I did not expect you to say that. I'm doing good. I went to Whidbey Island. I don't know if you've spent a lot of time on Whidbey Island. I went to Port Townsend by way. I went to Whidbey Island by way of Port Townsend. And it was a really wonderful experience. If anybody out there has easy access to Whidbey Island, I would definitely recommend going to the island in Island County.
It's literally called Island County?
It's literally called Island County.
That seems a little ridiculous.
It's a little bit, right? It's like calling an orange orange. It's like, can we just... Although I guess oranges initially... I think orange was named after the color orange, I believe. Sorry. Orange...
The color was named after the orange.
After the fruit.
Orange came first.
Yes, exactly. The color was named after the fruit.
It's a little known fact that Spanish is actually the root of all modern language.
No, but Latin is.
You don't step to me like that when we're live, man. You're not supposed to do that. We've talked about this so many times.
I needed to step to you like that.
Okay.
I really needed to step to you. So I stayed at this hotel in Whidbey Island that was called the Old Mill Inn, AULD, Old Mill Inn. And we stayed in a literal motherfucking windmill. I don't know if you've ever had the pleasure of staying in a windmill, but it was pretty insane.
The way you're saying windmill is freaking me the fuck out. You're freaking
windmill.
There you go.
Windmill.
Windmill.
Well,
Windmill.
I'm saying windmill.
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 Yeah, you're like
Windmill.
a very skinny, not Swiss. What do you call a man from the Netherlands?
Man from the Netherlands. I have no idea.
There's got to be Netherlandish.
Netherland man.
Netherlands man. We'll go with Netherlands man. You're like a very skinny Netherlands man who rides like a bike with giant bicycle wheels and has bells and accoutrements.
You call him Willem.
Willem.
You just call him Willem.
Willem. Welcome to me windmill.
Hey, thank you for calling me skinny, bro. I really fucking appreciate
Absolutely.
that.
I called Willem skinny.
You did not have to do that. I stayed in the windmill.
Was it cool?
It was cool, but every fucking like 30 seconds, I would look and see outside of the window. I would just get spooked out that something was happening, something bad was happening.
Oh, it was the windmill.
Just windmill.
Just windmill.
Just windmill. And what I love, I was talking this morning. I love about a hotel is that when you stay at a hotel, you are obligated to watch something that you're never going to watch ever in normal circumstances on the TV.
Absolutely.
For me, it was an Oscar de la Hoya documentary, and I loved it. If anybody wants to
really?
know Oscar, he tells all.
So who is Oscar de la Hoya?
He tells most. So Oscar de la Hoya was a boxer in the 80s and 90s, late 80s, early 90s, and he was that man. He was like, The Rock level famous or something. Like he was like just like hanging out with like superstars on the cover of every magazine. He brought the entire Mexican peoples together. Everybody loved boxing. If you were Mexican in the 90s, it was like, all right, you better start fucking punching things.
Good old Oscar de la Hoya. So
Oscar de la Hoya.
So did he start a bunch of side businesses? Because I love it when boxers are like they're too old to fight anymore, but they've still got like a fan base, and so they start making fucking George Foreman fryers and shit,
Right. I mean, that's just the smart thing to do, baby. It is. If you've got a little bit of clout, like just leverage it.
I think one mistake that a lot of boxers make though is they start too late. You want to start it in the peak of the frenzy. Yes,
that's true. But dude, in the peak of the frenzy, you're so focused on what's happening in between the ropes. You cannot afford. You're going to sleep at
hire a consultant to do it. You don't have to design this shit. You think George Foreman built a fucking George Foreman grill? You think George Foreman actually had a fucking deep passion?
Ceramic workshop?
Yeah.
He had a workshop of high-tempered ceramics.
He's got his steampunk goggles on. His wife comes out. Georgie, it's time for dinner. Nancy, no,
get this goddamn transistor out.
I got it. Like, George Foreman was like, here's $1.5 million. I'd like you to do some testing on the audience and pick the top 3 things. And like 3 weeks later they were like,
tell me how to say it.
Friars. Maybe? Is Friars?
Yeah,
he's
right.
Like, go for it. Boom, because that's also what he does. He's also
then he said, in lieu of a signature, he just started punching the man with the contract. He's like, I'm sorry, that's just my natural response.
And then
I need to do what now?
I need to do what now? He's punched him like 18 times, and everyone's like, why are you doing this, George? And he's like, no blood. I sign with blood, but I can't. It's other people's blood I sign with. He's still hitting the guy until a glob of blood flies onto the contract somewhere.
So Oscar de la Hoya was he was like the guy, but then he let all the partying and all the fame and all of the chaos that ensues with being a social figure get to him, and he had all these children, and he was like marrying all these women. He did like you're saying, start a fucking after he had so he kept winning, but then he lost, fired his coaches because he's like, nah, it wasn't me, it was my coaches. Lost, fired his coaches again, and then started making a Puerto Rican romance album.
Oh.
Yeah, and then that's when he got onto his second or third wife, and at this point he's still the motherfucker, so he really is untouchable. He can do whatever he wants.
Okay.
But then he just starts
drugging.
I don't know, just really drugging, getting crazy. He made up this lie. He made up a lie that his mom, his dying mom with cancer, wanted him to win the Olympics as a boxer, as a gold medalist, and he made up a lie that he told his mom that he would win it for her, but it was just 1,000% fabricated.
Did he admit that it was fabricated? Because I'm just thinking about
the
guy who was like, I'm gonna figure out that this was a lie, and it's like there's some things you can't prove are a lie. There's also a lot of things you can't prove are true, but there's some things you just can't prove are a lie.
Right. Well, there was a bunch of other things. So he fucking had these photos. He blacked out and had these photos taken of him in lingerie. And he's a Mexican machismo boxer. And so he had there are all these photos of Oscar De La Hoya. Hey, let me share my screen. I can try and fucking find it. There's all these photos of Oscar De La Hoya in lingerie. And then this was happening 2007, and they were able to somehow say that it was photoshopped, and everybody bought it, but it just was not photoshopped. They're just real photos.
That's hilarious. Accidental ally to the cause. Although maybe not. He did
it 10 years too early.
He came in 10 years too early, and possibly not, because I could see all his macho fans being so uncomfortable with it that it deepened their fear of the unusual.
Absolutely. Can you let me share my screen really quick so I can show you Tyler. And the good folks really quick?
Tread fucking lightly. Security.
Because this is, I know we're getting long-winded on the Oscar, and so I'll really wrap it up here, but you deserve to see the Oscar De La Hoya in lingerie.
You need to see this. Folks, you need to see
this. If you're gonna get through all this, you deserve to see it.
Jeffrey Henningsen started screen sharing. This
is our boy. See our boy here on the right?
Isn't it wild how that is just literally I wouldn't be surprised to see that just somebody walking down the street like that today.
Oh my god, but dude, in 2007, this fucking guy, yeah.
You know, it feels like the world isn't changing fast enough, but the world is changing pretty goddamn fast.
It is. It's pretty
things
crazy.
Things might get a little wild here, folks.
I'm trying to. Yeah, I'm taking the safe search off.
We're taking the safe search off.
He was just such a fucking icon of masculinity, and for him to do this shit, it was crazy.
He's still kind of rocking that body. He's a handsome man. He is a handsome man.
Prime. This was in his prime. It wasn't still rocking the body. This was in his fucking prime, and then he had to go fight people and shit.
Over infamous lingerie pics. Yeah, see, I think when somebody's gonna blackmail you, you just gotta beat them to it. You just gotta immediately go out.
He should have said I'm trans. But he was 10 years earlier.
He didn't
know how brave he would be 10 years later.
He could have come up so hard. But instead,
could have been huge.
Kind of a piece of shit. But hey, very handsome. We like that. You know, Oscar De La Hoya is Brotherwife stamp of approval.
I don't know, because he also may have raped some women. So
okay, I'm gonna go in reverse.
Reverse the stamp.
Reverse
Sorry,
stamp
I
of
left
disapproval.
that part out. Yeah, and then when he was asked about it, he was like, I just don't have it in my DNA. And I was like, that makes you think you raped him, Oscar.
My legal defense against multiple accusations of rape is, I just don't have it in my DNA.
I don't have it in my DNA.
In my dunna.
So one of the things that we do here on the Brew is we read news. We read the stories that you want to hear, and we handpick them for you. And today's story, one of our leading stories here, New York City cancer doctor kills herself and her baby, police say.
Ouch.
Dr. Crystal Casetta, an oncologist at Mount Sinai Hospital, shot her baby and then herself at the family's home Saturday morning, police said. So what say you, TT?
Wow, she's a very pretty girl too.
She's a pretty lass. She's a pretty lass. Yeah.
I feel like there's two things I feel like. One, how in the fuck can someone get that distraught without people noticing and taking some action? That's one thing that I want to say.
I mean, come on, bro. People have masks.
People have masks. What I'm not saying is that like other people are responsible for this. I'm just saying it always blows my mind that people can hide that so well. Like,
sure.
What?
Also, mental breaks are also a thing, right? Like, it's kind of crazy how somebody can have an absolute mental break. You don't you don't factor that in. But that is an absolute.
I've kind of been there. I've had a couple I've had a couple mental breaks that aren't like violent mental breaks, but are like you're kind of a different person than you were 3 minutes ago, and this might last a while. What
happened?
Lot of family stuff, a lot of baby stuff. Baby's head got open. Have you ever seen how they do the blazing onion? That's kind of, imagine that except a human child's
That's really
skull.
Funny. Last time we talked about it, you said tortilla strips. His skull got cut into tortilla strips, and I thought that was really, really funny, and so I referenced that mentally.
Thank you. Yeah, I try and pick a new one every time.
You've outdone yourself with blazing onion.
I've outdone myself with the blazing onion. The blazing onion is so there was a lot of that stuff going on, and then I decided it would be a good idea to knock down some panic attacks with Xanax for about 2 weeks straight. Turns out, not a good idea. So just for all you viewers out there that are wondering, if I'm having panic attacks daily, should I use Xanax? The answer is pretty much no. The answer is pretty much no.
There's probably diminishing returns around day 3.
Yep. You got about 2 or 3 days.
Day 3.
And then you start
where you're fucking walking on
sunshine. Whoa!
Dude, Xanax. The last time I've done Xanax, like, I guess maybe one time since this, but the last time I really did Xanax was with you when we were in Tijuana, and that was very crazy.
TJ!
We got Xanax, you and your wife, the trio, went to Tijuana in like 2015, 2016, and we got Xanax from a guy named Froy. And then while we were buying the Xanax, a police officer came into the taqueria, and we looked at him, and he was like, no, don't worry.
That is exactly what an undercover cop would say right before you got billy clubbed in the back of the head by his friend cop.
And Froy had a fucking sticker of himself.
He did!
I have that sticker on my fucking guitar case.
You do. I would like to get a sticker of Froy. I also would kind of like to get a sticker of myself. It was a great sticker too, folks. He had a really good sticker. Froy.
It was a fun sticker.
Froy was a mensch.
Froy in Tijuana. I bet Froy in Tijuana is still alive. I bet he's still doing his thing. That was only like 7 years ago.
I wonder what his odds of dying in Tijuana are compared to our odds of dying in Kitsap County.
Right. Like when you yeah, totally. And when you sell drugs, that's kind of like an accelerator.
It is definitely an accelerator. Like I'd say I would if I had to just throw a dart in the dark and guess, I would probably say there's a 15% chance Froy is dead today.
Yeah, no, that is so fair.
Yeah.
That is literally so fair. And who else is dead? A New York City cancer doctor killed herself and her baby in her home early Saturday, police said. Dr. Crystal Casetta, an oncologist at Mount Sinai, shot her baby and then herself at their home in Somers, a town about 50 miles northeast of New York City, around 7 a.m. State police said that the scene is consistent with a murder-suicide. It is unclear how old the baby was. Trooper Stephen Neville said he was not permitted to release more details, but said, "We 100% without a doubt know that it was a murder-suicide." Jesus. Neville said the 911 call came from someone inside the residence who, upon hearing the first gunshot, rushed to the baby's room thinking something had fallen. The unidentified caller heard a second gunshot before arriving at the room and broke down the locked door and found the dead mother and baby inside, Neville said. According to Mount Sinai website, Cassetta treated breast, bone, gynecological, and gastrointestinal cancers.
So
she worked as a site chief of the Mount Sinai Queens Infusion Center, a center for cancer and blood disorders.
You're getting in. I'm doing these so's on purpose. I'm like, this isn't. Once you got to breast, bone, gynecological, gastrointestinal cancer, I was like, enough is enough. Enough is enough.
Well, listen, you so often interrupt me when I'm trying to read the fucking news that I have to fight for my rights out here. So I realized that the so's came in, but I was like, let me just get the rest of this for the good folks at home, because we're probably not going to come back and get it, and then we can get to whatever point Tyler's trying to make.
The 4 types of cancer. I mean, I'm fine hearing that she treats breast, bone, gynecological, and gastrointestinal cancers.
Okay, no, you're right. I should have stopped there.
Yeah.
I should have stopped there.
But you don't know, and you can't trust me because I am a fucking monster, and so I'll accept that. I'll accept that. What I was gonna say is it must have been like
she also worked as an assistant professor of medicine in the hematology and medical oncology division at the Ickian School of Medicine at Mount Sinai.
I can kick you.
Sorry, what were you saying?
I literally I can mute you. Yeah, you're muted. I just fucking muted you. I can mute you on this brew. Jeff is 100% muted right now, guys. This is really, really special. This is a special moment. Oh, I can't unmute you. You have to unmute yourself. So I'm asking you to unmute. It must have been a family member. I mean, it was somebody inside of the house. You know, you gotta think this has to be like a lost faith in the world kind of situation.
That's 1,000% right.
It has to be. It has to be like, I can't raise a baby in this world. Now, I mean, I guess really it doesn't have to be.
And that's mental break territory.
That's mental break territory. The world is evil. The world is bad. It's not worth living in. I'm going to kill my baby and I'm going to kill. The other thing is, if she was a single mom, having been a dually parent, I have a son. He's a year and a half. Having been a dually parent for a while now, I can tell you that being a single parent, I can't tell you, but I can kind of imagine that it would be completely fucked. Like, unless you had really, it would either way it would be fucked, but unless you have like insane like safety net, like big family that's willing to help out, like, oh my god. So maybe she did too much Molly.
I mean, I think it's way harder today than it used to be, perhaps, but it is still wildly insane. I see what you go through. I mean, my brother was born when I was 10, so I did know what it was like to have a baby, but I wasn't the one bringing home the proverbial bacon, so to speak.
You just were bringing home the actual bacon.
I was just bringing home. I was bringing home kids that I found at the playground in Italy, because I lived in Italy when I was 10.
Ashton was born in Italy.
He was born in Naples.
Naples is super close
crazy.
to Nipples.
It's insanely close.
It's extremely
That's
close.
What all the people won't stop talking about there. It's on every single fucking sign and billboard.
Naples, more like nipples.
Naples is Mount Vesuvius, though. Or, as they call it, Mount Vesuvio. You know about Mount Vesuvius, right? You don't know about Mount Vesuvius?
Vesuvius is like fountainhead of human... Vesuvius is...
You're a man that knows a lot.
Mythology.
I'll say that.
Mythology.
There's probably a mythological element. You're gonna know this. Mount Vesuvius is the volcano that erupted and destroyed Pompeii.
Oh!
Mount Vesuvius.
You know, I kind of just thought it was called Mount Pompeii.
Ooh.
Yeah, I fucked up.
Wow. Yeah, I went on a Mount Vesuvius tour when I was 10. I got to see pyrite. Bunch of pyrite on the mountain,
is pretty cool. Especially when you're 10.
Yeah, there was a bunch. Oh my god, when you're 10, I got a rock collector from Mount Vesuvius because there's people hawking goods out there. I fucking.
You get like rock dusters and little picks and shit like that. Was it like for going for fossils?
No, not necessarily. It was just an array of rocks. It was like a rock collection. Is what I mean.
Okay. That's rock collection versus rock collector kit. I think there's an important distinction there. You get a hard hat with a fucking lantern on it.
Yeah, I almost lied. That's how quickly a lie can happen, folks. If you don't actually keep track of what you're saying out into existence.
I've probably lied twice on this stream already, and I don't even know it.
Yeah, maybe even thrice. All right, are you ready to go to one more news story?
Let's go to the next news story.
All right.
Good folks at home, it can happen to you. You could kill your baby and self. Do some meditation. Go on some runs. Stay healthy, cause
meditation. Stay healthy, cause even if you're a lovely seeming young oncologist,
I feel like she was Guatemalan.
I feel like that was a weird picture for them to use. She was at like a rave.
Yeah, I know. They kind of wanted you to think some bad thing. They wanted you to be like, did she have like, she get serotonin syndrome and freak out?
What was she doing? Yeah.
What was she doing?
It's very strange.
She was there like helping support like awareness for the youth of cancer and the negative side effects of MDA on the body.
Somebody was like, put the necklace on, and she was like, oh no, and they're like, come on, put it on. She's like, no.
Okay.
She's like, oh, should I? Okay, I will.
And from that moment forward.
Something changed in her. So you can still see my screen, right?
I can still see your screen. Is that a toy fire truck? I'm almost 100% sure that's a toy fire truck, not a real fire truck.
So I think you're onto something there, because that definitely is a thing. Photographers be using fakes.
Okay, wait a second. I just saw the headline on this.
Isn't this such a funny photo to have as the headline photo? And then in addition, photo by generic photo. The credit is photo by generic photo.
Wow.
So what's happening here? It's a fire truck, folks, but the headline is dog on golf cart runs over 4-year-old girl in Westland. So that's perplexing.
I kind of feel like they had AI make this picture of a fire truck.
100%.
You know,
100%.
like, have you ever seen 3 on the top? Have you ever seen 3 separate light bars?
3 lights like that?
Instead of just one light bar?
They're angled.
They're all angled, too. This is a fucking angled. AI picture. Folks, right. I'm calling it.
Well, and look at all the spokes in the wheel. I mean, look at all the... Those aren't spokes, but look at all the holes in the actual wheel itself.
It's a lot of lugs.
Look at that.
That's a. I mean, they're big. They're big boys. They're called Spartan something. Spartan Gladiators. That's the name of those trucks. They're called Spartan Gladiators. I thought that was neat. They're cool trucks. Nice. They sell them to the public sometimes. You can buy a fucking fire truck.
Oh, okay. I see. So there's a fire truck because this happened at a fire department event. I see.
Oh, okay. That doesn't feel good. Ran over by a dog on a golf cart.
Was that a fire truck dog? Oh my god. It was a fucking fire truck Dalmatian, I bet. He got overzealous. Okay, at Westland Fire Department's Blue, Brews, and Barbecue event on Saturday, a 4-year-old girl was ran over by a dog on a golf cart, fire officials say. At the event, a Westland firefighter was seated in the passenger seat of a golf cart while a dog was seated in the driver's seat. There was a minor event last night at Blues, Brews, and Barbecue in which the fire department arson dog Bella was sitting on the seat of a golf cart the fire department was using for the event.
So
Westland Fire Department said in a Facebook post on Sunday.
So Bella is not a firefighter dog. She's literally a fucking arsonist dog.
There's an arsonist dog who also had an anxiety attack and went postal.
A homicidal arsonist firefighter dog, Bella. I'm just imagining it happens and everybody's trying to be super serious, but they just can't stop laughing. Everyone's trying to help this 4-year-old and they're just holding back laughter.
Right. They've got their phones out, but the child is she has cranial compressions. There's been cranial compressions that have attributed to significant bruising. The dog, the official confirmed, jumped down and hit the accelerator pedal, which lunged the cart forward. The firefighter seated in the passenger seat was able to grab the steering wheel and veer it away from the crowd, but it rolled over the left leg of a 4-year-old girl, crippling her for life. No, I made that last part up. Firefighters, paramedics immediately assessed the child for injuries, and while visibly shaken, had no obvious injuries.
See, for a news person, man, you get this, you get an email about this, and you pop a full boner or your. I mean, this is so
right.
great.
No, you're like there's something for everybody.
The only thing that could have been better is if the girl was like the president of Spain's daughter and she died, but then she came back to life again.
Oh yeah.
She died for like 17 seconds.
The dog saved her.
The dog saved her.
The dog saved her
by lighting her on fire. The only way she knew how to help.
I would like to check up on this girl because I don't know. I mean, I think the firefighter department, I think they have an interest in kind of keeping this low key. They say, fortunately, the child was back to eating her popcorn within minutes of the incident, and within 10 minutes of the incident, was back to jumping in the fire department bounce house.
They're just force feeding her corpse popcorn and then slamming her into the bounce house over and over again. And she's back to it, boys.
She's back. God. I love to see a child smile. I love to see a child smile.
They're using a fire hose to push it. They're doing a race. They're doing a burlap sack race. They throw her in a burlap sack and they're using a fire hose to push her across the lawn.
Don't get wet. Avoid the hose, children.
Avoid the hose, children.
I'm gonna turn off this hose and point it indiscriminately at all of you.
Honestly, that would be a super fun game to play as a kid.
Oh, a fire hose? That'd fuck you up, bro.
I think it would fuck you up. I love watching videos of them pinning down perps. And I just said perp. Maybe not the first time in my life, but probably...
The only time I've ever seen that is, like, the famous footage of what happened in the 60s. So is that the footage you are
No, there was a PCP... There was a
goddamn bigot!
No, there was a...
goddamn obvious bigot!
There was a PCP... there was a guy... ramped up on a shitload of PCP that had a machete in like New York, like a big city, and they were using like multiple ladders and multiple fire hoses to like pin him to this wall.
Oh.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Okay, wait, here, what should I type here? Fire hose detaining a perp.
No, band's use of hose to disperse. Maybe try fire hose ladders man on PCP.
Okay.
Fire hose ladders man on PCP.
Ladders man on PCP. Oh,
come on.
Man with samurai sword versus police fire hose ladder.
This is a different one. But I'm glad we've got this.
Can you see it?
Yeah.
Is it playing?
Yeah, it's playing.
Nice, because last time I tried to screen share, it... So here's the thing. I think we actually might be able to... Oh, wait, no. I think it's the opposite. I think we can actually show YouTube videos if it's just the audio and not the video. Perhaps.
If it's just the video and not the audio?
Or if it's just little snippets. God damn. Did that guy literally have a fucking... It looked like he had a rocket launcher for a second.
That kind of looks like a grenade launcher, but...
Yeah, like, does it not? Like,
I mean, it looks like it has big cartridges like this. We kind of want to use our 10 seconds of YouTube wisely here, folks. So we're scanning.
Let's see.
We're scanning. Here we go. Here it is.
Okay. Oh my god, yeah.
They're blasting him, pinning him with the...
They're blasting him. Here we go.
You gotta think...
We're about to get it right here. There it is. Oh, they go for the feet.
They're going for the feet and the legs. They're trying to knock him over.
That is a really, really good strategy.
You gotta think though. There it is. They get him down. They're blasting him with two hoses. I think that's all we can do. I think that's all we can do. I think we're gonna get permabanned from every single platform if we go any further.
Right.
Why wouldn't you just like? They have this crazy thing called a taser that they like they have taser guns. They're like, let's use 6 ladders, 2 fire hoses, 45 people.
What's the ladder for?
Instead of to pin him down, they're pinning him to the ground with a ladder.
A piece of fucking pasta. Okay, I see.
Is that a man catcher? Are they using a dog catcher to put it around his neck? I think they're literally using a dog catcher.
Jesus Christ. I mean, This is a circus at this point.
I know it feels like a little bit of overkill. It feels like they could have just had one cop tase him from 30 feet away and not brought like 16 emergency vehicles onto the scene.
Right.
I don't know though. I don't know. I'm not a fucking cop. But it was cool. It was super cool. I'm glad they did it.
Do you remember To Catch a Predator?
Yeah.
One of those clips popped up on my feed the other day, and there was this guy. He was like the ultra pathetic guy. I don't know if anybody's seen it. He was like this guy who came in with like a tucked in shirt, very overweight, cowboy hat, large duster jacket. He started crying and like going into this really like self-pitying thing, and so he kind of became iconic. But he was talking about how he wanted to be a cop. And he's like, why are you here instead of at the police academy? And he's like, I'm fat. Look at me. And Chris Hansen's like, oh, well, you are fat.
You picked. I mean, if life is an RPG, you picked a very different path, guy.
Right.
Although, I mean, you know, like doing bad things and then becoming a cop afterwards. Although I think the easiest way to do it is to become a cop and then do bad things.
Yeah, once you're a cop, you're totally in. You're like 1,000% in. When I was in New York, I was at an open mic and I heard a stand-up comedian that made a funny joke. He was like, "Yeah, I want to join the police force, but I need to lose weight because I'm too fat." Like, there's a lot of fat officers, but like, you can't be fat when you become a cop. You just can become fat afterwards. It's kind of like getting married. And I was like, that's pretty funny. Actually, no, I think he said it's like becoming a wife. That's what he said.
It's like becoming a wife.
Yeah, it's like becoming a wife.
God damn.
His joke, you know.
His
hilarious.
joke, not Jeff's. Don't cancel us. What was his name?
Don't cancel us.
Dox him.
I don't remember. I don't remember. He was at the Comedy Cellar. He was at the Comedy Cellar.
I'm sick, guys. It's me.
Tyler's sick.
I'm the one who's
Tyler's sick. Talk about being sick. What's going on? So you've got, let me guess. You have got, I've already witnessed the sneezes, and I'm sensing there's a stuffed nose happening. If that's the case, we must be doing sweaty sleeps and headaches. Yeah, okay. Bad news for this guy. How's the boy doing? He's shaking his head, folks, for the audio listeners at home.
Boy's not.
He got a 1.5-year-old.
I've got a 1.5-year-old. Boy's doing fine. Boy, no signs. Al is sick as a dog. Al's sick as an F dog. And I'm sick as an F dog. But the boy, he's F dog and perfect. He's angelic. He had a righteous morning. He can make coffee now for
really
Allison.
Just that resilient. No, he can't.
I mean, I help him, but like he opens the cabinet. He knows where all the things are. He opens the cabinet. I put him up on the counter. He opens the cabinet. He grabs the water container that fills the water. He takes it over. He fills it, and then he pours it into the thing on his own. And then he pulls out the coffee thing. I tap out the coffee, otherwise it gets everywhere. And then I kind of help guide him get the coffee into the container a little bit, but he picks up the spoon, gets the coffee.
I've heard you say, I want to say 3 or 4 times now, that you help with this, you help with that. So that means he does not have the ability or the know-how, even really, to do it.
I think he has the know-how.
As he is 18 months old.
I think he does have the know-how. I think he does. He does have the know-how. He just doesn't have the dexterity.
I think you're overestimating his ability.
He doesn't have the dexterity yet.
He's got a mushy little baby brain.
You've got a mushy little fucking baby brain.
I said it first.
You did, but it hurts way more when you tell a 31-year-old that they have a mushy little baby brain.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. No, that's horrible.
It's like there are things that you can say to some people that you can't say to others.
Okay, I'm gonna give you the floor really quick. What are things that you think Lupin, your son, is better at than most kids his age?
That's a tough one. Maybe kind of like he's a pretty damn good climber. He's a pretty damn good climber.
Why are you being so modest all of a sudden?
I'm not being modest all of a sudden.
You're like a politician right now. You're like, ooh.
You've got a mushy little baby brain. No, you've got a mushy little baby brain. He's a good climber. He sings a lot. I think he might be better at singing than a lot of kids. He like hums and sings and like kind of talks in song.
I have heard him. I witnessed him play the drums with his food on the drum often. He likes to do that.
Yeah. Yep.
He likes to watch his food vibrate.
Bounce around on the... Yeah. I rigged this thing up. I'm going to really rig it up, but I have it set up where it's like the conga toms with the light that activated by sound right next to it. And so when he hits it, it lights up, and he freaking loves that shit. So, yes, I think like singing, climbing are probably his two strong points.
How long until he walked?
He walked at around... like close to a year, a little before a year, like 11 months, I think.
It's about normal.
So he wasn't a super early walker, but he was climbing shit. He was climbing shit pretty early. Like he could do assisted walking. I feel like in the black and white, it just feels like you're drinking red wine at fucking 11 a.m. It really looks like you're drinking red wine because it feels like a stemless wine.
Yeah, that's a funny point.
But yeah, I don't know. I feel like he's gonna have some good creative juice. He's good at connecting with other people. Like he's very social. So probably his charisma is pretty high. He's got high charisma. He's got some like slight bard, some points in bardic in music, and then climbing.
Okay. So for the good folks at home, this is a living. We're gonna kind of use this as a time capsule. So we're gonna revisit this footage in maybe a year.
Yeah, revisit it in a year, and then maybe in 2 years, and then in 4 years.
Yeah, right. And then we'll kind of see what was true and what wasn't.
It's kind of the same thing as marking the head on the door frame.
Right. But now you have to you're gonna
I'm gonna start intensive training today.
You're gonna making him. He's gonna be the most beautiful singer in Kitsap.
Yeah. I'm gonna start using amphetamines on my 1.5-year-old to make sure he's the best singer in the world.
I mean, that's just smart.
It's just smart.
You're a tactician.
What do you think they're doing? What do you think they're doing in Ooh?
That one for you here.
Ooh, Sherwin-Williams.
What were you gonna say though? What do you think they're doing in?
Can't even remember. Oh, what do you think they're doing in China? How do you think these fucking 4-year-olds are playing Mozart? You know?
Oh yeah, no, they're definitely getting.
They're messing the Babis up.
Yeah, it's not just Capri Suns over there.
No.
Investigation underway after explosion at Sherwin-Williams plant. For all of those folks that don't know, Sherwin-Williams is a paint manufacturer.
It is, and it's a pretty nice one too.
Officials are investigating an explosion at a Sherwin-Williams plant that resulted in a fire. It happened at around 1:15 a.m. at a Sherwin-Williams at 701 South Shiloh Road in Garland.
Shout out to Shiloh, the dog. Fire. Pretty fucking cool dog.
Shout out to Shiloh, my first boss in property management.
Oh, shit. Hell yeah.
He was morally weird. We had weird moral as in ethics.
Okay.
Jesus. Imagine all that fucking paint, bro. Those are paint fumes.
That's
literally a paint fire. No. It's a literal paint. I know. The paint fire is so strong, Tyler's sneezing.
I'm sneezing
from just seeing it.
Yeah, from 1,400 miles away.
Oh my god. He's disappeared. This paint fire is fucking Tyler up right now.
Oh my god. Yeah, that would not be fun to live in a town adjacent to that.
Oh my god. Where is Garland? I want to say Ohio. Where even is Garland? Good god. Okay, 2 things. Really quick, and then we're going to get back to the story. Garland, paint fire. Jesus
wow.
Christ.
That was the worst you ever could have done. Without me actually dissolving the band.
No, I was one finger off.
You were one finger off.
Okay,
that's
Texas.
what they all say. Garland, Texas.
And then cover the earth.
Cover the earth?
Sherwin-Williams. Look at this. Sherwin-Williams. This is their motherfucking logo, which I always thought was really, really in poor taste.
Holy shit.
SWP, of course, standing for Sherwin-Williams Paint. Is this not like insane? They've had this for a really long time.
So 1895. So 1895, they were covering the world in paint. 1900, they were covering the world in paint.
I think it was discontinued in 1925, and then they brought it back because I've only been seeing it for like the last few years.
That's a horrible taste. Hola, Ricardo!
Listen, I'm gonna get into the news story here.
Okay, I can't believe that they would use that. That's literally mind-boggling. It like feels like pig's blood. Anyways, continue on the news story.
That's really pig's blood. The fire was extinguished within a few hours. It was unclear what caused the explosion. A spokesperson from Sherwin-Williams said production at the site has been suspended once cleared by the fire department. They will assess the impact of the explosion and the fire before resuming production. One worker at the plant was injured and taken to a local hospital as a precaution. They have since been released, and they were eating their popcorn and bouncing at the Sherwin-Williams Company fire bounce house moments later. Garland Fire asked the public to stay clear of the plant as the investigation continues. Oh, here's a witness. Okay, we got a witness.
Ooh, I like this guy. We can't hear him though.
Can't hear him?
No. Audio's coming through on your computer.
Okay. All right, I'm gonna say what he's saying. I'm gonna do IRL.
Okay. IRL translations, folks. Jeff is doing IRL translations. This is a paint fire for all you joining right now. This is a paint fire in Garland, Ohio. Sherwin-Williams plant. Cover the Earth is their logo.
You were in the office when it was here. It was me and a coworker. We were in the area. We were at our work office processing orders for the day. We were shipped out. We usually come out about 12 o'clock at night. We decided that this morning, something about 5 weeks. Somebody had a stroke. It was his first day back from a stroke. All of a sudden, he was sitting there processing orders, and the building just started shaking. There was debris coming down from the roof, from the ceiling tiles and that. Nothing structurally fell down. He looked at the camera and he said that. I don't know if he believed that. His first thing was to go and make sure that a big truck didn't hit the building or something like that. He went outside, he looked, he walked around the back of the building, and all he saw was Sherwin-Williams engulfed in flames. He took a couple photos, he got some videos and all that, and then right there, we're talking 100 feet away from this, where it was taking place. He was the only one back there, him and his coworker who just recovered from a stroke. His main concern was to get his employee out of the building, get his employee safe. What they did was go back in the building, secure the entire building, locked everything down, and then departed the area. But when they came out, they saw the police department finally showing up. They talked to the police officer really quick, gave him some guidance. He said there's no hazardous stuff in our building, but the Sherwin-Williams, you can't access. There's a driveway behind the building. All right, there's 1 more minute. That's probably good, right?
Yeah, we're burning. We're burning.
Right?
We're burning. This guy looks great though. You did a good job. The thing is, I wish you would have done better, but I don't think it's fair to expect that when you're doing literal rapid fire translation. Although, God, that's...
Yeah, well, and also...
That's somebody's job.
Difficult. I mean, I was like... That's true.
Yeah.
That's true. Because I was saying the same language, not even a different language.
You weren't even translating. Fuck. Oh, my God.
I wasn't even translating.
You ever watch sign language translators? I mean, it's... fucking wild.
Watch somebody do this shit to you with lights
when you're super high on
when you're super high on ketamine
and the person keeps blinking in and out of existence.
And the person keeps blinking out of existence. I picked this one for you. I thought that maybe you could kind of have a heyday on this one.
Oh, I don't know if I'm up for any heydays today.
Two U.S. scientists repeat fusion ignition breakthrough for the second time.
Okay, I'll read this one. August 6th. U.S. scientists have achieved net energy gain in a fusion reaction for the second time since December, the Lawrence Livermore National Laboratory said on Sunday. Scientists at the California-based lab repeated fusion ignition breakthrough in an experiment in the National Ignition Facility, NIF. That feels like it stands for something else, and I don't know what.
It's like a sexual thing.
Yeah.
It's like nannies I'd fuck.
Nannies I'd fuck. Breakthrough in an experiment on nannies I'd fuck. On July 30th, it produced a higher energy yield than in December. A Lawrence Livermore, I'm just playing the nerd. Livermore spokesperson said,
I like it. I like that.
Final results are still being analyzed, the spokesperson added. Lawrence Livermore achieved a net energy gain fusion experiment using lasers on December 5th, 2022. The scientists focused a laser on a target of fuel to fuse two light atoms into a denser one, releasing the energy. The experiment briefly achieved what's known as fusion ignition by generating 3.15 megajoules of energy output after the laser delivered 2.05 megajoules to the target, the energy department said. In other words, the energy department called it a major scientific breakthrough decades in the making. Will pave the way for advancements in national defense and the future of clean power. Folks, we're talking about power. We're talking about power. We're talking about power here. You know, we're talking about energy. We're talking about megajoules. We're talking about gigajoules.
What keeps all of this shit running? Do you enjoy the life that you have, folks?
Do you?
It's not happening in a vacuum.
Yeah, they did it again. That's exciting. They did it again. They fucking did it again.
They replicated it.
They replicated it. They made 1 megajoule. Honestly, I don't know how much a megajoule is. Is a megajoule enough to run my body for like 6 weeks? Is a megajoule enough to run Kitsap County for a month? How much is a megajoule? How much power is a megajoule?
I think a megajoule has 1 billion hits in it of nicotine. Mega.
1 billion. How many? How long would a megajoule last? 5 16-year-olds.
5 16-year-olds that had the newest battleground game. Well, how do you spell joule in this? Is it J-U-E-L-L?
Joul.
Okay, megajoule. I'd like to see a photo of this megajoule. Oh, here it is. Wow, that's nice.
Can we go back to the megajoule? That's not a. I don't know what the fuck that is.
I don't know what that is either.
Go away from images.
We don't want to.
We don't want to look up the megajoule. We don't want to look up the pictures, Jeff. Sometimes pictures are not worth 1,000 words. Sometimes 1,000 words are worth 1,000 words. Okay, here we go. All right. Thank you so much.
Perfect. Of course.
The unit of energy in the International System of Units, it is equal to the amount of work done when a force of 1 Newton displaces a mass through a distance of 1 meter in the direction of the force applied. We're going to have to figure out some other search terms in order to get to the bottom of this one, Jeffrey. It is also the energy dissipated as heat when an electric current of 1 ampere passes through a resistance of 1 ohm for 1 second. It is named after the English physicist James Prescott Joule. In terms of system...
You know what could be interesting? To just roulette Wikipedia. Like, instead of
is there a roulette?
News, I don't think so, but like I'm sure we could figure out how to do that somehow. Just do a random Wikipedia, and we cover that instead of one of our news stories.
Okay, yeah.
That'd be a good idea, right?
We also had an idea for a new game. We also had that idea for a new game, which was things that are how to make something terribly inappropriate. So you like give me a random thing.
Oh, right. Okay. How to make something. Oh, was it inappropriate or was it appropriate?
Inappropriate. So you just say something like making pancakes.
Okay, that's right.
I don't know if I have the mental capacity though today. Honestly, I'm kind of feeling like curling up in a little ball. I'm dying.
Okay.
I'm dying, baby.
Yeah, I feel that. All right, well, give me one.
Okay. Golfing.
Golfing?
Yeah, golfing is totally fine unless...
Golfing is totally fine unless you just had a set of parents that were beaten to death by a 9-iron.
Okay. Yeah, that's...
That morning. That afternoon. 6 months ago.
6 months ago.
Anytime, really.
What the fuck is going on right now?
What's happening?
There we go. Okay. Whew. Nothing. Something started playing in the background, and I had to feel. Unless your parents are killed by a. Okay. Golfing.
What did you want? What did you want more in addition to that?
I'm not sure. That's I wouldn't give that. I would give that a B. I would give that a B. Like, I think it. You need to like jump some cognitive gaps along the way. I don't know what. I don't know how. This is the first time we've ever played this game. I don't know what I want from you.
Gaps. Okay, well, give me one more, and make it more like specific, not like a. I don't know. Golfing seemed like making pancakes and golfing are not the same thing, but I guess no, they are. Never mind. I'm not. I'm like Oscar De La Hoya. I'm blaming my trainers right now. Go ahead.
Fire the trainers. You want specific?
No. Just do what you want.
Peeing in a venue bathroom and seeing a band sticker is totally fine unless.
Wow. Peeing in a venue and seeing a band sticker. That's so specific. It's
also,
totally
you should end
fine.
share.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Yeah, thank you for reminding me.
Hey guys, we're back.
Peeing in a bathroom is seeing a venue, peeing in a venue bathroom is seeing a band sticker. I'm imagining, again, your parents were killed in that bathroom. Your parents were killed in that, no, sorry, not in the bathroom. Sorry. Okay, here it is. Maybe you had a night out. You had a night where you blacked out, and then you woke up, and your jaw was really, really sore, and you had a dream that you were giving somebody head in a bathroom stall, and you looked at the bathroom stall and you saw this sticker. And then 6 months later, the next day, anytime really, you return and you see that sticker and you're like, it wasn't a dream.
It's kind of like the albatross. It's kind of like the albatross mind game.
Sure.
A man walks into a restaurant, orders albatross, takes one bite, walks out, and shoots himself in the head.
Why is that?
You guys think about that. Think about that for a little bit.
Folks, we're a band that's also a game show. We're releasing our hype reel today. It was supposed to be Thursday, but we're releasing it today. And it's ready to go, and we're so excited, and we're going to reach out to Steel Beans. I'm going to reach out to Rihanna. We're going to reach out. I'm not afraid
100%. We're going buck. We're going buck F-Dog and wild on this, folks.
We're going buck F-Dog and wild. I don't know which one it is. It's probably that one.
It's both. Oh, no, it's neither. It's this one.
Oh, okay.
So here's a sneaky preview.
Do the whole thing.
Just do the whole thing?
Let's do the whole thing.
You guys get to see it here first. This is the final release.
This is the last time we'll show you the hype reel. This is like the 6th time.
Yeah, this is the last fucking time.
Look, there's a bunch of changes.
Brotherwife! Ladies and gentlemen, we have a great war race. Good for kids. Great for kids. I'll say that in a... Ladies and gentlemen. No brainer.
Just interesting.
Go Dillian, your Dilly's a piece of body. Okay, don't just
Yeah, persons strive for high ideals. Brotherwife.
Asshole,
You may not like it, but you will respect it.
Oh shit! I was not expecting that.
I'm in love with it. I'm in love with it. I'm so happy with it.
It's pretty cool, man. Like the only problem is I hope that folks don't. I hope folks have enough time to read the text.
Yeah.
That's my one thing. Because there's a lot happening at once, and I don't know who's gonna go back to see it a second time. But I hope that somebody wants to see it a second time because they're so enthralled.
We'll be able to see, especially if we release some shorts, we'll be able to see watch percentage.
Yeah, absolutely. Bless you. Bless you.
Fuck.
Bless you. I am so happy. Oh, how was Yellow Card?
Yellow Card was good. I'm pretty sure that's how I got sick. But Yellow Card was awesome. Yellow Card was super amazing. They were great. Mayday Parade was great. Allison and I rented Lime scooters and buzzed around the city. I kind of like really pushed alcoholism on everyone. I was like, nope, more drinks. We're getting more drinks, folks. Here's more drinks.
You go with William and Anna?
Yeah.
Nice. Hell yeah.
It was a lot of fun. Allison got to go up on the crowd.
She got to
she crowd surfed.
Crowd surf?
Yeah, I got to crowd surf.
Oh, yo.
There was this moment where like somebody in the crowd apparently got like hurt or something, and they were like down and they like made a circle. They like made a circle around her and like, and the guy, whoever the lead guy is for Yellow Card was like, he kind of like took a stand and was like, hey, what are you guys doing? Get somebody out here. And he like stopped for like 3 minutes and was like, get fucking security out here. What are you fucking doing? And I can't, I'm like a venomous, toxic person. And so the whole time he's doing that, I'm like, this is all just a show. Just a fucking dog and pony show. And the funny thing is, the show was hosted by Live Nation. And so I was like, not only...
That is so funny.
I know. I was like, holy shit. This is a moment in time right here. Like...
Yeah.
Like, but and for me, I was like, is there even anyone hurt over there? Like, I just immediately jumped to, there's no one even hurt. And he just kind of, whenever he points, he just does this. And everyone is like, oh, yeah, somebody's hurt somewhere. Oh, jeez. There's just not even a thing. Just fuck Live Nation.
Right. Well, what's funny is he actually wants somebody to die.
Yeah.
Could you imagine a death at a Yellow Card concert in 2023? I mean, they're relevant again. That's huge.
I think they kind of are relevant again somehow. Like, they just released a new album, and it's got a ton of viewership, I guess.
Well, I mean, they have the OGs, but I don't think Yellow Card...
You don't think so?
I don't really.
They had 7,000 people at that concert.
Wait, where was the concert?
It was at the fucking big auditorium place. One of the big, like, the places, sports...
Oh, they were at Climate Pledge?
I think so, yeah.
Like in the Seattle Center by the Space Needle?
They were at a big place. Forgive me. I don't know Seattle. It was over by the football stadiums. It was like a big football stadium.
Oh, it's probably the WAMU.
I think maybe.
It's probably the WAMU. Oh, was it the Showbox Soto?
No, it was like a huge structure. It was like a huge structure, and there was a bar that had like 24 bartenders all like set up in a weird thing, and a giant, like, it was kind of wild. It was kind of wild. I wonder, I bet none of my videos have uploaded, but I could share a video real quick. This is me getting to risky territory here, going on the photos.
WAMU. They're at the WAMU.
They were at the WAMU.
You were at the WAMU. Oh, and Amberlin too?
Yeah.
Wow. Damn.
Yeah, so my stuff didn't upload, so I can't share videos, but whatever. It was cool.
Okay,
it was cool.
They're at the WAMU? That's pretty legit. Yeah,
it was like fucking packed out, bro. Like completely, like it was wall to wall. It was really cool, and everyone was singing. It was a good time. I had a blast. I actually knew like a lot of the words to the songs.
Oh my god. Okay, wait, I'm fucked. Yellow Card has 4. 4,700,000 monthly listeners.
Yeah, so you're kind of cracked right now.
Dude, I thought they had like maybe 1 million. Maybe.
Yeah.
Okay, Yellow Card's actually fucking still relevant.
I listened to one of their new songs and was not. Childhood Eyes. Childhood Eyes. Here, let's listen to let's go out with a bang and listen to 1 minute of Childhood Eyes and then team break.
I think we'll probably get fucking canceled, bro.
Oh, we will, won't we?
Copyrighted. We'll get copyrighted.
Well, team, I'd love to show you Childhood Eyes. You know what else I'd love to do? Throw myself into a fucking wood chipper because I feel like millipedes are carving their way out of my throat.
We're not at 110 yet, right? We're not at 110.
We're at 106.
Okay.
We need to get out while the getting's good.
Well, crew, what'd you say? Well, team, I like that.
Well, team.
We are a team. We are a team because you know what? We're taking you with us. We're taking you wherever our hype reel is going to take us. You're coming with us, folks.
You're coming to a really bad place with us.
You're coming to a really bad place.
You're coming to a building in the harbor region of Seattle where they still have you guys ever heard the term Shanghai? Where they still Shanghai people? Hey team, we're going to get you Shanghaied.
Hey team, we're going to get you Shanghaied and that's a promise.
That's a fucking promise. That's an F-dogging promise. That's
an F-dogging promise. We love you. We're a band that's also a game show. Look for our new double. It's September 8th, Friday, September 8th. We're putting that out in 1 month, 1 day. And we love you guys.
Mwah. Mwah. Thanks for sticking with us today. I know I've been a bit of an F-dog.
No, you're...
Bye-bye, team.